Freddie Woodman's birthday. Happy birthday to Freddie. Genuinely losing my mind here, lads. What can you even say about that, lads? How did we lose to Wolves? How have we lost to Wolves? 2-1 away at Molineux. Wolves, bottom of the league Wolves. Wolves who are, to be fair to them, playing better than the league might suggest, and they are on the route for the great escape here, in fairness. Like, if they can pull it off, then fair play, but my god, lads, how did we lose that game last night? So, of course, Liverpool were defeated last night 2-1 at the Molineux in the Premier League. A huge blow to our Champions League hopes. A huge boost to Wolves and their great escape. Like, fair play to them again. Like, look, they deserved the victory ultimately. We just were absolutely shite. There's no other word for it. Absolute dog shite is what we are at the minute. Jesus Christ. Just when you think it's starting to turn around, like I was just starting to soften slightly on Slot, being like, you know what? We're not playing fantastic, but we're grinding out results. We're starting to see something. Maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the fact that Salah and Gakpo can't kick a football. Maybe like he just needs more players, and maybe he can turn it around. Maybe we can like. I wasn't quite there, but I was starting to think maybe it could be true. But no, we go and lose against Wolves. And look, I'm sure it could be both things are true. I'm sure if he had better wingers, I'm sure we would be playing better. But my God, lads. 7 games Liverpool have dropped points in stoppage time. So Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 1, 90 plus 5 minutes. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1, 90 plus 7. Leeds 3, Liverpool 3, 90 plus 7. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2, 90 plus 7. Bournemouth 3, Liverpool 2, 90 plus 5. Liverpool 1, Man City 2, 90 plus 3, and Wolves 2, Liverpool 1, 90 plus 4. Liverpool have dropped points in 7 games in stoppage time this season. 7 games! We've lost 5 in stoppage time, which is the most of any team ever in the Premier League. And we're the reigning champions. Like, just, what? Fuck me. Oh, I'm losing my mind. You can only laugh. What can you say, like? And still there's people in the comments on this channel saying, oh, slot agenda, slot agenda. Like, how could anyone think this man is going to turn it around? How could anyone be convinced that he is the man to lead his team forward? Like, just stop it. Just stop. He has to go. He will go at some point. I've no hope whatsoever that he's going to go in the coming hours or days, but surely to God that the club must look at this and think, yeah, look, we have to get rid of him in the summer. And look, if that is true, I can make my peace with it. I'm happy enough. Look, if he stays, I'm sure we might bundle our way over the line and get into the Champions League. It obviously is a risk to change manager mid-season. I'm sure we couldn't do much worse, to be fair, but I'm sure Slot probably will get us into the top 5 just about, given the fact that Villa are shite at the minute, Chelsea are inconsistent, and Man United are, well, Man United. But that's not the point here. The point is, Arne Slot is not the man to lead Liverpool forward, and I couldn't be any more confident of that now. Like, again last night, but how? Strangely, it was Adebayo Akinfenwa of all people on Twitter who kind of summed it up perfectly. So someone tweeted him saying, the idea of blaming Slot for everything doesn't make sense. In fact, Van Dijk's poor control caused the first goal. To which Akinfenwa said, again, if this was just a one-off performance, I would totally agree, but this has been happening the whole season. Call it whatever you want, standards or culture. Liverpool have been lacking in that department. Who does it fall on? And that summed it up brilliantly. Like, if we were an amazing team, like if that was Jurgen Klopp team, people would say like, oh well, Klopp lost against Wolves, but like when we lost, it was like, right, it was a freak result. Something went wrong, like we're going to bounce back next week and get back to our normal way of like winning 20 games in a row. Like Slot is stumbling over the line against shit teams, and it's happening week in, week out. Like I said, 7 times this season we've dropped points in stoppage time. Again from Akinfenwa, he said, I agree with you, Slot is not telling his players to underperform, but he's also not getting the best out of both Liverpool individually and collectively. Arne Slot has genuinely made people think Mo Salah is a bang average footballer. That is how bad Arne Slot is. And I'm not saying Salah hasn't fallen off a bit, but I'm not having it that this has just happened just overnight, that he scored 100 goals last year and now he's just not able to kick a football. It is down to the coaching. He can't get the best out of these players. He's making world-class players look shite, and he's just frustrating the fucking lives out of all of us every single week, and I'm sick of it. I realise I'm getting more animated here than I usually do, to be fair, but I really am just sick to my fucking teeth of this. Like, every week, we just start to think it's turning around slightly, and we just get slammed back down to earth again. 4 Premier League wins in 2026. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fucking wins in the year, and we're in March. 4 wins, 4 draws and 3 losses. Since starting the season with 5 consecutive wins, Liverpool have won just 9 of their last 24 Premier League matches, a win rate of 37.5%. And that's good enough, is it? That's good enough for Arne Slot to stay. My God. You can call me toxic all you like it's just I can't see any reason why people could still be positive about the situation. Like again, I'm sure we might stumble over the line and just about get Champions League, but we're not winning the Champions League. I've given up all hope of that now. Like that is just an absolute pipe dream. It's just vibes and hopes. That's all we had really, and now that's gone as well because again we've shown last night we just can't turn up consistently. We just can't do it. But anyway, happy birthday to Freddie Woodman. He turns 29 today. I'm sure he'll have a nice day for himself. I hope he does anyway. Seems a nice fella. But I don't know where to go with this, lads. I really don't know where to go with this. Let's read out some of your comments. So I asked the WhatsApp group for their thoughts after last night's game, and let me give you a flavour of the responses. So first one I see here is slot out, simple. Then we have shit, shite, fuming, disgusted, he needs to go, pathetic, utter shite, Rio needs to be on every game, all players need a steel toe to the balls. Don't know if I go that far now, but thank you for your comment nonetheless. The players need to take matters into their own hands and ignore Slot's tactics. Sack Slot, sell Gakpo and Salah. Disappointing, bad, get Slot out, out enough. Backline too high, their pace destroyed and was a poor effort all round. Shocking, just shocking, but sadly not surprised, was bound to happen. How fitting. Boring, slow, predictable and sloppy. Boring, toothless, tired, predictable dog whistle. Shocking from start to finish, Slot out. Crap as usual, well he's got to go now. One Slot gone. We got what we deserved from minute one, it looks like we wouldn't score. Slot out since October, we were shit. Dreadful, awful, frustrated, no sense of urgency or intensity in the style of play. It's boring and it's complacent. We used to be exciting to watch and always looked like we would outscore opponents. Now we lose so many games and play boring. I didn't skip any there. That is genuinely like how they came in. That is like the feeling of the fan base at the minute. Like, so anyone trying to say I'm toxic, that Craig is toxic, that anyone on this channel or in the comments is toxic, you're just wrong at this point. Like, we are allowed to be upset by this. Like, it is just beyond bad. And I know, like, you shouldn't take football so seriously and all, but, like, when you're forced to watch this every week, like, football is an escape for all of us, and we just like a bit of hope and a bit of... I genuinely can't remember the last time I actually sat down and enjoyed a full 90 minutes of football watching Liverpool. Like, it is just at that point now where, like, I've kind of forgotten what it's like to actually enjoy watching my football club, and that is so depressing. We have a quote here from Steve Nicol on Mo Salah. He said, "How somebody can go from the top of the mountain and just disappear so quickly is absolutely scary." Now, again, I'm going to go back to this conversation. I'm not saying Salah has been at his best. I'm not saying anything near that. But I refuse to believe this is just Salah. Like, I believe he might have down tools because he doesn't believe in the manager. I believe that he might have fallen off slightly. I'm sure age is catching up with him slightly. He might have lost a yard of pace. But like I said earlier, like, Arne Slot is ultimately getting this out of Mo Salah. Mo Salah, who's been consistently the best player in the Premier League for what, like 6, 7, 8 years now, like. And this is the performance that Arne Slot is dragging out of him. Like, even Cody Gakpo, like, Gakpo again was shite last night. I'm not going to say otherwise, but we know he's a decent footballer, and he's like, everyone has turned on him. Like, fair enough, he's not been great, but like, he's a better player than we're seeing. And again, it's down to individual coaching. Like, Arne Slot has to get the best out of these players, and he's not. So the manager being shit makes the players look bad and makes them look worse than they are. And then I'm just thinking out loud at this point, but like, it's just, I'm not having it. I'm not having it that these players are all bang average all of a sudden. Like, Ryan Gravenberch, absolute stinker last night. I've been backing him up in recent weeks, to be fair, but last night he was terrible, fair enough. Probably should have got sent off or was about to get sent off if he hadn't been taken off at half time. Like, he was really teetering that edge there. But Alexis McAllister fallen off this season. Mo Salah's fallen off this season. Cody Gakpo's fallen off this season. Isak looked bang average in his team. Kanate was shite for 6 months. Alisson Becker has been making mistakes. Alisson, like, the most like sturdy 8 out of 10 performances every week. Like, consistently, he is always at least an 8 out of 10. And even he's starting to look a bit average at times. Like, and again, it's not a coincidence. One player being shit, fair enough, but every player, or most players in the squad, looking like they're underperforming. That is down to the manager, plain and simple. He has to get the best out of these players, and he's not. It is as simple as that, genuinely. Look, I don't know what else to say on this. Like, it is just like, I know I've come on here and ranted. I'm sorry, I don't usually get too angry over these things, but I'm really feeling just down about it this morning. I'm really just pissed off. Because like I said, I genuinely can't remember the last time I enjoyed a full 90 minutes of football at this football club. Like, it definitely wasn't this season. It's slow, it's repetitive, it's boring. It doesn't actually get results, or get results sometimes, but not consistently. Like, it's just get rid. Just get rid of Arne Slot. Thank you for the memories, Slot. Thank you for the Premier League. But it is time to go, and I just really hope the club make that decision, because we're getting into a point now, we're in the summer, like, he'll have 1 year left on his deal. There is a very, very high chance Arne Slot says, I will walk away if I don't get a new contract. So, like, I think the club really do have to shit or get off the pot here. Like, they can't, I don't think the club will be able to do a situation like Kanate or Van Dijk or whoever, where they can go into Slot's last year of his contract and then like maybe give him a contract in February or March, or else let him go for free in the summer or let him walk away. Like, I don't think Slot will want to do that. So I really think a decision has to be made in the summer. Richard Hughes or Michael Edwards or whoever has to actually decide right here now, Slot, is he the man for the next 5 years or not? And I pray to God that they don't come up with yes somehow, because he just isn't. He's not going to be that man, and we just have to get rid. It is just as simple as that. And I'm sorry to have to say that because he won the Premier League, but it is as simple as that in my mind at this point. That's all from me this morning anyway. Hope you enjoyed this rant. Definitely my most animated rant, I'd say, on this channel. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this one. Hit the like button before you head out. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. About 40% of people who watch these videos aren't subscribed, so please make sure you are. Double check that you are. Also subscribe to the Clips channel. Most people aren't subscribed to that one. I think we got like 15 subs last month or something, because people think they're watching the main channel, they don't realise. So double check that you are. Subscribe to the Anfield Agenda Clips channel. Craig will be back with a video in the afternoon. The Wolves preview is coming out tonight, don't you know? So we lost the Wolves last night. We head to Wolves again on Friday. Craig's Wolves preview will be out tonight as well. So please keep an eye out for that one. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.